For the country, covering all Indian states within 30 days. Students are introduced to basics of investing and a look into the capital markets in regional language.
For the celebration of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Indian economic journey at 75. I'm also very happy to see here senior officials from the international financial institutions, former RBI Deputy Governor, Chief Executives of NSDL, Kotak Mahindra Bank, friends from the financial services industry, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. To commemorate this iconic week under the umbrella of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, SEBI and Department of Economic Affairs this morning conducted a symposium that witnessed a very stimulating and fruitful discussion on the emergence of women investors in securities market and growth of Indian retail investors. Former RBI Deputy Governor Mrs. Usha Thorat mentioned that we should start investing when we are young, and there is a useful rule of thumb that your exposure to equities market should be 100 minus your age. So you can think about it. Soon we will have the Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman. She will be launching the iconic day celebration of the Department of Economic Affairs as a milestone in the grand festivities of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We just watched this Market Ka Eklavya Express, a program designed to prime students on the basics of investing in financial markets, and we will also be watching a short film later on Sahotsi Samriddhi about the contribution of India's externally aided projects on India's development trajectory across various sectors and states since 1947. The Honorable Union Minister for Finance will also be launching Netra, new e-tracking and remote administration portal and mobile application for Indian Development and Economic Assistance Scheme during the iconic week of AKAM as part of the mega celebrations of the Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs. Of course, we are right now in a situation where there is considerable amount of challenges that we face for the Indian economy, both from global macro, monetary policy and political developments. Some of you might have noticed that earlier this morning, we had the Reserve Bank of India raise interest rates by 50 basis points, but also maintaining its growth forecast for the year at 7.2%. This year, we will be facing the challenges of managing a sustainably high growth rate, moderate inflation, keeping the fiscal deficit under balance, and also ensuring that the external value of the Indian rupee remains stable.
The development of Indian railways, green revolution, Nageswaran Dam, daily development, Bombay high offshore development, and many more. The Department of Economic Affairs has walked in step, contributing by creating prosperity through partnerships. Decades of effort has resulted in numerous projects being benefited in a multitude of sectors: transport, energy, agriculture, and rural development.
Gives me great satisfaction to be here. As you are aware, since Monday, when the Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated Ministry of Finance and Corporate Affairs week-long celebration, if I can call it, Mahotsav, marking 75 years of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And onwards, 75 weeks ending August 2022 is when the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is ongoing. It's also, of course, extended till August 23, so that entire expanse of government, union government with the state governments, together recall this journey of 75 years of India through the various departments to see how this country has moved from where it was in 1947 to where we are today, marking 75th year, and even as we are talking about the 75th year, planning for the next 25 so that when India is at 100, we'll have a proud India which meets the aspirations of all Indians, and with the commitment and service of every citizen. And that is why when we were talking about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas was also added into it. Because it's not just the government, it is the people of India who are at every instance, at every moment of challenge, rising to the occasion, joining hands with one another as well, making the government respond in such a way that lives can be better, livelihoods can be offered, and India together can grow to become that country which all of us can be proud of. The intent was very clear, the intent was also well stated. And I've been watching weeks after weeks from March 2021, the way in which Azadi message and also the progress made in the last 75 years have been taken forward by so many different agencies. But it is when we were preparing for the Finance Ministry's own week of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we realized there was such a story to say, so much a variety of stories to say. And they were not just some abstract narration of policy, but all of which have a bearing on the ordinary citizen of the country. So in fact, even as we were planning for each department to do something, there were immense hesitation in some departments saying, there's not much that we can go and say there. Because we do a lot of work, but not the kind of work which is going to be is it going to be, so much of an interesting narrative to say? So that's when each one of us realized there's actually so much to say, and to say the story of continuity which actually formed the basis for India's economic strengths. Chief Economic Advisor rightly recalled that India's fundamentals are back again, sound now, because many steps taken between 2014 and today have actually gotten India out of that trying situation in which we were. The double balance sheet problem, the twin balance sheet problem, the fragile FI economy, and also the way in which NPS has mounted. I'm talking about the recent past. But every so often, a decade or 15 years, we've had a cycle of issues, challenges, which every government had to face and pull India out of. So it is not so unique for us to recall that periodically, the dead wood accumulates as it were. And it is on the shoulder of some governments to remove those dead wood and revive the economy again. So if 1991 saw one kind of steps taken by the government, an economy being revived again, whether it is after opening the economy or even otherwise, so was the situation in 13-14. But
दोनों ले ली ना हमने, काम हो गया। Ma'am, one reaction.
After I'm on PC, so you would like to like that?
Ma'am, this side.
Ma'am, this side.
नहीं बोली.
Session
Come back.
Session 2.
No, I go to work.
Okay. We need a party.
Back this week. So Friday evening only. 15 minutes.
Thank you, ma'am.
The tricks, Ajay,